Welcome back to Parapod. Yeah, this video shows that how to make biogas, right? So I find a video, in fact, a lot of videos like this, on YouTube, and just this is probably one of the simplest, right? Other people doing. So basically, he's showing that just use a drum and then build something, build drill holes, right? There is hole at the top and then hole on the side, right? So basically very simple device. And so he shows that he can collect the biogas from the top and then use the T and the valve, right, and to control, right. And then he shows that he use first the shutter valve and then the T, and then connect to the tire, the inner tire, the inner part of the tire, the biogas, right, to be expanded, to be stored there. And then he connect to this, and then use the T to connect to a burner. So another shutter valve, and then just connect to here, and then the top is tight, right? And and then connect to the tire and then put the kitchen scrap, and then he used a lot of cow manure, a lot of cow manure. So because he wanted to produce methane fast, right? So see, two cans of cow manure, and simply add it in. So as you can see, the lots of liquid, right, a lot of water added in. So as a result, the final thing, the second load, and then you just use some water to rinse the container. So and then add more water. See, as you can see all the solid is submerged in the water. So that's basically to imitate the pump, in the lower place, right, and water accumulate, right, and then there are other organic material there. So and then you're gonna see bubbles, the whole thing bubbling, right, and that's actually the biogas. And then he used this to so use the tire to store, and after 7 days, so he got biogas. I think he used the left one as a release valve. He see there. Simply I think there's water. And then 7 days. Lots of biogas in the tire, and then he tested, and then he used a tube to connect to the burner. Open up and then light it up over there. So you see, this is a real example, right? It's not something theory. This is a lot of videos actually showing it's possible, right? But in all, I've watched most of the videos, but all show that they use a lot of water, right? So yeah, the lot of water make the make the whole thing is very heavy, right? So yeah, but the one we design, we don't use a lot of water. We simply utilize the water already in the organic matter. The one we designed, first, it may use some water to seal the cover, right? To seal the container, right? The bottom cap, actually. But the second one, we don't need to add water at all, just the wet kitchen waste, kitchen scrap should be okay. So anyway, so this is it. I made a video last time explaining basically a simple device to convert kitchen scrap and organic material, organic mass, right, into biomass. No, biogas, biogas and organic fertilizer, right? Both solid, solid in the basket and liquid in the bottom. We thought this is simplest, but then a few days later we realized there's an even simpler device. You can eliminate the pump and the nozzle, spray nozzle, and we can use something like a tumbler, instead of using a stationary container, we can use something like this. So we come up with this design. It's similar structure, right? Containing the outside outside reservoir, or whatever whatever you call it, and then inner basket, right? The inner one is also, it's a basket. It's a perforated, wired mesh, structure, so that the whatever liquid, water, can drip to the bottom, right? And then that's the compost tea, right? So we get the compost tea from here, right? And then and also once in a while you rotate this thing so that there's a better mixed of the garbage, right, of the organic material inside. And also it's make the whole thing more humid, right? Because the top part stay relative dry, and the bottom wet, right? Because of gravity forcing the water drain at the bottom, to flow toward the bottom, right? But once while you turn, and then this way you use the turning to mix the garbage, and also to even make the entire mass relative wet, right? And the bacteria loves that condition, right? So same thing. There's a relief pressure release valve in case you build up the pressure very fast. And there's drain water release if you need, right? When normally you don't do this, only when you want to empty, open up this thing, right? First they release the air, I mean the air, not the air, the biomass, right? And then make sure not much biomass, and then you drain the water, right? And then you pull it out, right? Pull it out and load, empty it and load another batch, right? So basically this is just a cover, so, but we this time we make the inner drum spinnable. We make it we can rotate it using motor mechanism, right? We have 3 wheels here and 3 wheels there, just like the the washing machine, the dryer, or even horizontal washing machine, right? So yeah, simply one of the wheels is motorized, right? Or we can use some mechanism, that there's we can rotate the inner structure, right? For example, even here, right? This is yeah, you can put some a simple device to you use a hand, like a hand cranking, right? And then this thing will rotate, and then you, by rotating, you mixed up the organic material inside the basket well, and also you yeah, if you have some water, if the water is level is above, above the bottom of the drum, in a drum, and then you can even make the whole thing wet, right? And which the bacteria love, right? You need not just the humidity, because it's completely sealed environment, so you got the humidity, but and also you got the the liquid water mixed up, so when you rotate, right? A lot of similar device out there. It's the problem is they have to shred the kitchen scrap, and then add lots of water, so create a like a soup, right? Create kind of a very fluid situation, and then yeah, you can produce biogas, right? Because, and you don't need to turn, right? That's the nice thing. But the problem is the whole thing is very heavy, right? Because it contains a lot of water, because you have to add water. So this way, if the garbage is already wet, like a vegetable, you know and even apple peel, other things, it's, if the organic material is already dry, I mean already wet, right? You don't need to add water, maybe just a little bit water, right? Or nothing at all, right? And then because when the process take place, you're going to produce lots of water, the water will accumulate at the bottom. So we use the basket to separate, to drain the water, and but we use this tumbler system to rotate, so that there's better mixing of the kitchen scrap, and also yeah, even once you have more the water, like the basket actually submerged in the water, and then when you rotate, then you get the whole thing wet, right? And bacteria like it, right? So yeah, it just help the bacteria to grow faster, right? The colony, and then the faster they grow, and the faster they digest, right? The food, digest the organic material. So normally, if you have something like this, a sealed condition, 7 days, just 1 week, then you can finish the compost process, and then you end up have three things, right? A biogas, and then the yeah, the liquid form of organic fertilizer, right? Basically followed by a lot of plant fibers, and then the bottom is the compost tea, right? So you get three things, right? But this way, using this tumbler, rotating inner basket, then we can avoid using a pump inside the system, sprayer, right? And this way we simply use the rotating mechanism to to make it go faster, right? And yeah, so basically it's three wheels, yeah, here, and 3 wheels here. So then create a rotating mechanism. I think could be here. You use even hand crank this thing, right? or you use a motorized, right? Maybe you pick one of the wheels at the bottom to be the drive, the moving wheel, the driving wheel, and then rotate the whole thing, right? So yeah, something like this. I mean, this is just a schematic, right, to show what it is. And if you have something like this, if it's completely sealed, it takes about 7 days to finish the digestion. Basically similar. Imitate the stomach. In our body actually. So and then you have all you want, right? Biogas for cooking, or even just burning inside the greenhouse to increase the carbon dioxide concentration, right? Because the plant basically you need the carbon, so carbon dioxide is not the bad thing, and plant love it, right? So so just something like this, right? Very simple. So we thought we could quickly design it, show it, then people can use it right away, right? You can build a smaller version and a larger version, and eventually we may find someone who like to make something for us, and then we can just sell it, right? This is very simple, right? And then so by having a concealed tumbler system, we can quickly convert kitchen scrap, and organic waste into three things: biogas, solid organic fertilizer, and compost tea. Yeah. So hope you like it, and hope you can build something like this. And showcase. And telling us that you learn from us, and then you demonstrate it's working, right? It should work, because this is the process is so simple. It's a common sense, in a sense, right? And as long as you have no oxygen, right? Once the aerobic bacteria consume all the oxygen, then the anaerobic bacteria takes over. Yeah. And just do the work for you, right? So now we have a organic process, a natural process to convert organic back to the component, the methane and the water, right? And the water and the compost tea, right? All the organic nutrient that the plant need. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. There are more videos like this coming, and and also show you like our channel, like this, you want more, right? So yeah, we'll see you next time.